Hello and welcome to Look Who's Talking. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing a blazer.
Why are you wearing a blazer?
Because it's the last Look Who's Talking. I wanted to...
Was that really natural, me like cutting myself up halfway to
No,
ask for a
it's
blazer?
I wanted to
Did
look
that feel forced?
I wanted to look, no. I wanted to look nice for the finale. This is how I dressed for the finale. So this is how I'm going to dress whilst, talking about the finale.
Well, it's nice that one Chris I know made the effort, eh? I'm not talking about you, Mr. Chibnall.
Hey. Okay, so we didn't think it was that bad, did we? Come on, you can't
No.
dig into my boy Chibnall.
I'm not being negative. I'm just making a little joke. It was good. Yeah, it was alright.
Yeah, I had a good time watching it. Graham had no. But being serious, I thought that was a good Chibnall episode.
Can you say the title?
No. The Battle of Ranskoor of Kolos rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Is that actually it? Or
no, I think it's that. It's definitely
I haven't even bothered.
Kolos. I think that's okay. Let's get this out of the way. I think that's one of the worst titled episodes of Doctor Who ever. I can't think of one off the top of my head that's worse. And to be honest, the only ones that I can think of have also been written by Christian.
Yeah, Arachnids in the UK.
The Tsusunung
Conundrum.
The Piting
42's title.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I've sworn. I promised you I wouldn't swear.
Yeah, you did, and I swore as well, right? Well, good job you're editing this one this week.
Oh, yeah.
So, in terms of the actual episode, I enjoyed it, but I have quite a lot of reservations about it, and I thought it was in the stronger half of this season, but
Definitely.
That's saying absolutely nothing at this point.
I still think When We Fell to Earth is the best episode this season. This one came close. There's a lot of good stuff in it. But it suffers from problems that aren't really a problem with the episode itself, but more the series as a whole. Like, why do we not see Tim Shaw a bit more?
So should we kind of go into that? So let's first talk about it as a finale and then more as like a general episode. Yeah. Tim Shaw is a massive problem because we thought in the Ghost Monument, and you can actually check out in our review of the Ghost Monument that we thought...
Definitely click on it. Watch the whole thing. Then why not watch the next episode and go back, watch the When We Fell to Earth?
Promo aside, we thought we thought this was going to be a continuing thing, and like a bit like an arc. We thought Chibnall played a blinders, but instead it's just he's referencing two Chibnall episodes, one in which he stars, and then he comes back, and it feels a bit.
Also, I didn't necessarily think Tim Shaw would come back, but the Stenza would come back. It seems weird to bring back Tim Shaw as your big bad when you sort of outed him in the first episode as being incompetent.
And it's a bit odd because in a way, like you kind of expect in finales oh my, not that we have to have the same thing every finale. You know what I mean? But you kind of expect it. Oh my god, this is happening. And her reaction to Tim Shaw was very like, oh my god, and it's like, really?
Yeah.
Like really? You face
really
the Daleks, the Cybermen, the Master, and you're gonna go, I know that voice. It's like so. Like if I don't know, if the Absorbaloff came back, he wouldn't be like, I know that voice. It's like he's not a scary villain, is he really?
I don't really get a sense that Graham would be out for revenge if he ever saw Tim Shaw. Like pre this episode.
No, yeah. I'd buy that. He killed his wife.
But I don't feel like he ever put the blame on to that creature. I feel like it was more circumstance. Because it wasn't actually him that did it. Like, indirectly, yes. But I didn't really get the sense that Graham would be the sort of person to go, if I see this bloke, he's done for.
Well, I mean, that was probably for me the best bit of the episode. And
it was the best bit of the episode.
The character bits in this episode were some of the best that Chibnall's done all season. That was one of the best scenes of the series.
Yeah, but if only because it was one of the few moments where Companion had proper conflict with the Doctor. Like how many other times, I mean, particularly with Graham, it's always, oh yes, Doc, no Doc, 3 bags full, Doc. Do you know what I mean? When has he ever really challenged her?
But that was what was cool about it, is that like it felt like earned weirdly after last week, which I thought was quite nice. It was a nice thematic continuation of last week and interesting. The other companions were a bit light on
Yaz got nothing to do, but
and like Ryan said, that's my granddad, but we had that resolution at the end of it, takes you away, so it didn't almost pack the punch that they wanted it to pack.
Also, if that's the finale moment where they gang up on Tim Shaw, that was really weak. And also, they seem to just overpower Tim Shaw so easily. He's supposed to be like a beast, isn't he? He's supposed to be like,
I'm going to sound like such a neckbeard right now, but like is it really that much different to killing him to permanently putting him in stasis for all of eternity?
No, yeah, that's cruel.
Is that any worse when she was like, you're a good man, Graham?
He seems conscious.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even if he's not, it's still pretty cruel. That's worse than a life sentence, isn't it? That we have on Earth. Like, maybe if they were like, yeah, we'll do it for. I mean, they're not going to say it in the show, but if we do it for the normal length of a life sentence, then we let him go again. That would be more humane, wouldn't it?
Oh yes, no,
Forever.
definitely, definitely.
That is a
and
next big comment. I'm sorry. They should have said that they do it for 70 years and then go back and release him.
But like, it just didn't feel. I don't know. I think part of the problem was it didn't feel like a finale, but not in a way that, say, a Moffat blinder, like, oh, it's all going to be subdued this year. Finale felt. It just felt like another episode, but at the same time, it didn't feel so much like just another episode. It felt like they were trying to do a finale, so I have to critique it as a finale. If they'd have given us a complete standalone adventure again, I'd have been like, oh, where's my finale? But at least that's what they'd have given it us. This felt like finale.
But it only felt like a finale because Tim Shaw came back. Stuff looped back around in a roundabout way, but if you take him out of the mix, what's to make this a finale, really?
I suppose.
It Takes You Away is more of a finale.
Yeah. It's lacking almost what I would say is like coherency in what it wants to do now. It just feels all scattershot. Like if they were going to go back to basics, go back to basics. And I don't really feel like this is back to basics. It just feels odd.
Yeah. In fact, I'd rather we'd have had this episode last week, get the Tim Shaw stuff out of the way, bring Ryan and Graham close together, and then have It Takes You Away as the finale.
Yeah.
That would have been cool to at least have had a smaller scale thing.
However, I'll tell you why you can tell this is a finale. The production budget on this one.
Yeah, no, it did look gorgeous.
This is the best
lighting,
episode of the season.
Sets, it looked great.
I think it's the best looking episode since Woman Who Fell to Earth, and I really hope they get Jamie Childs back on.
I'd say it's the best looking episode.
He's directed pretty much every great looking episode of the season.
Yeah, he has. It did look great. And even just things like costuming. Tim Shaw, when he's off in the distance, it looks terrifying, cuts a really good shape.
We said when we first saw it, like, I don't think, the problem I have with Tim Shaw, when he was in the first episode, I thought he was a great first villain for the show.
He's cool when he speaks.
Yeah, and also he's just a bit average overall. It was like, oh, it was better than, I mean, he's better than the Atraxi.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, but like, he's not a big villain, is he?
I like the idea that he's incompetent by his own racist standards if you're then going to do something with it. Like if that had looped back around and he'd felt like an underdog who's then risen through the ranks to be this formidable opponent.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't really feel like a god, did he?
No, he felt like also, like, what is that whole thing with the Ux? They just drop in these Last Airbender type characters.
We've had this
at the last second.
We've had this several times this series as well, where Jodie Whittaker goes, I've heard of you, and then just does like a fucking fact file on the monster, and it's like that's not good writing. That's not good writing. They did that in Tsuranga. I know you. You're that captain who did.
Well, they did it in It Takes You Away when they were talking about the pocket universe.
Yeah,
it was the same thing of why have we not seen that in a previous episode? Why were the Ux not given their own episode to build on that, have a gripping story of them, and then they loop back into the finale? It's in the same way. Series 6. Good Man Goes to War, which isn't a perfect episode, but you thread in the silence, which you're introduced to in the first 2 episodes. You call back to the gangers with the clone baby. Like that feeds in organically.
And this is almost got the same problem with what I would say is Wedding of River Song, in that you've got the Tesseract, which appears briefly in a random episode, then 6 episodes.
Tesselector.
Yeah, whatever. Same thing, innit?
Tesseract's Marvel, loser,
yeah,
and science, real life science.
I don't watch those films either, so it's a bit weird. But point being, the Tesselector appears in Let's Kill Hitler and then is just not mentioned again. And then randomly appears in the finale. That's how this kind of feels with Tim Shaw. It's just come out of nowhere.
Yeah, it does.
There was no looming threat. There was nothing.
I'm really burning through the milk today.
Yeah, it's good milk actually.
It's quite delicious, isn't it? Yeah.
Cracking open a cold one. Last time we did this, we broke the glasses, so there was a bit of caution there.
We did. Yeah. If you're a patron, you'll get to see that as an outtake. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as well.
So overall, it's not. I think it's better than 7 still. I'll hold that. I've said that for
better than Series 7.
I've said that for 5 consistent videos now. I think it is better than Season 7. I think it's comfortably, just above it.
I've not seen Series 7 in long enough.
You don't need to.
It's up in the air.
You don't need to.
You know, I still think it's the worst season. It's not been bad. It's just been thoroughly average. And compared to Series 7, what would I rather watch more? I'd rather watch The Ponds. I'd rather watch Asylum of the Daleks. I'd rather watch the 2 Chibnall episodes in that season. I'd rather watch Angel Take Manhattan. I'd rather watch The Snowman.
Okay, let's look at this from another angle. Please don't wish it to be the worst season, because if you do, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, we have to have some positives out of this, because it's going to get better, isn't it? So let's inflate the ranking. And like, I don't know, because I'm getting worried. They're not doing Doctor Who next year, and like, what's going to happen? Is this Colin Baker's first season, and next year we're getting Trial of Jodie Whittaker? I don't want that.
It actually annoys me so much that there's no season next year. There's no excuse.
No, you know what annoys me more? There is an excuse that they've gone for. Well, you'll still be getting Doctor Who in 2019 because the special's on New Year's Day. Yeah. Good technicality, BBC. I'm appeased.
I mean, I've seen some people defend it by saying stuff like Game of Thrones wasn't on this year, Stranger Things took more than a year. That's fair enough. But those shows...
We're not getting that though, are we?
Yeah, whether it be a scripting level or a production level, are sky high compared to Doctor Who.
And also, like, I'm sorry, they just don't have as wide of a fan base. Like, I love Doctor Who, but it's become more culty now. It's not in the zeitgeist in the way that it was. If they'd have done that, say, in a Tennant series, I'd buy it. They did it with the specials. I'd buy it. That's high. Actually, speaking of which, it just popped into my head now. Does this mean, like, so Doctor Who, there's no full series in 2020. Is there a special in
I was thinking that,
Christmas?
yeah.
Or New Year. Is there a holiday special?
Do you think the New Year's thing's going to continue every year now?
I think Chris Chibnall's going to announce that he can't do it because it takes too much time and commitment.
That's a joke. It's not good enough.
I don't know if you said that. Don't shoot the man.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, no, that's fair. But what you said this about this other person? But it wouldn't be good. I mean, it's not good enough that it's coming out in 2020. Why can't we just have annual Who?
To be fair, to make a series of this quality does take time.
Yeah, this quality. Yeah, I'd forgive it if it was Series 5 tier. But the fact that it's not, the fact that some of these stories have been so lazy, the fact that there's no increase in the scale of the production,
No
like
concepts.
from Series 10, no concepts. Like, does it really take longer than a year to pull this together when Moffat managed it every now? I mean, 2010, 2011 we had something, 2012 we had something, 2013
it's
we had
actually weird because
we've had something every year apart from 2016.
And the thing is, I know it's not a full year. It's not like it's coming in September 2020, is it? They'll put it on in April. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, but it's the principle for me. It's like they're signaling to its fan base. Yeah, it'll just come back whenever. We want time to get it right, which isn't really the reason.
No.
I just don't really care about it in the same way currently. It's not that I don't care about the show as a concept. If it was a really mind-blowing season, I would be back in. But as things stand, I don't want to have to get hyped for something that's just like Series 12 again.
It's just become uncool, like it has.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we're going to get a load of comments with people saying, I think it's cool. It's like, I think it's cool. I think it's awesome. But, like, it's out of the zeitgeist now, I think.
Yeah, and I really hoped Series 11 would bring it back into being...
It was the third most tweeted about thing on BBC of 2018, though.
But I don't feel like it's escaped the same circles that watch it anyway, and that's what it kind of needed to do.
Yeah. I can't imagine kids in the playground speaking about it. And,
I mean, we're purely speculating. Ratings-wise, it's not done any better than last year, has it?
I mean, it had the biggest premiere ever, but then it got back on.
But then it went back to normal, didn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
And I just don't see... There's not as much buzz for it, is there? I mean, oh God, I'm so negative.
Don't care.
What do you mean you don't care?
I don't care, it's not my shift.
What, you're the ambassador of this hotel?
I don't care, it's not my shift.
I think you'll care when you find out what the complaint is. There's been a terrible season up there.
Wow, we didn't rehearse that. Wow, that was off the cuff and everything. Wow, whoa.
Oh,
you get us two together.
Yeah, it still wasn't funny.
I know it's weird. You get us two together. The comedy comes off. I'm more the character guy. I'd say you're the gag.
Again.
We did that last episode.
Last week. So should we rate it for the sake of ratings? Because this milk system across the 10 weeks we've kind of stuck to. A few weeks we've not ranked things, but
then we've gone back.
We circled back round. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say this was semi-skimmed.
Yeah, semi-skimmed. Nothing's earned full. Actually, 2 videos. No, 3. I think 3 episodes earned a full fat from me, but
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, you like the needle drop, aren't you? Giving out 10s when they used to be precious.
All right. I mean, you gave 2 10s this year, but a lower semi-skim. Nothing here has really touched too much greatness for me.
No, it was fun.
It's touched more cloth than greatness.
I think we're slowly losing the will to live. This series is is making us less funny. It's the series that's doing it, you know? If this series had been better, these jokes, they'd be...
Well, that's one of the most annoying things about this year gap is, I mean, like, what are we supposed to do?
Yeah, we can't make any more Look Who's Talking, can we?
Well, I mean, we can. There's a New Year's, there's Resolution, which is probably going to be called Resolution of the Daleks.
But then that'll be the last one, won't it?
I mean,
we have to make any more.
Possibly, except I guess we will keep doing them.
Like Stephen Moffat, unable to kill a character, we are not able to kill this. Yeah, and we'll keep going.
We'll be talking about a few things. So we're going to be ranking the Christmas specials.
Yes. You know. I think generally we're just going to be doing more Look Who's Talking, but there'll be discussion topics on the series at large rather than specifically Series 11.
Down the line, I believe the plan is to get you to watch Classic Who and then to talk about it.
Yes, I will be watching more Classic Who.
You said that through gritted teeth. Why?
No, they're no gritted teeth. I like all of Doctor Who. There's some gaps in my knowledge that need to be filled. But yeah, and we've got planned. Should we say what we've got planned, or should we just drop it?
Maybe we should just drop it. Really, but no,
we'll drop it when it's.
Yeah, we'll be doing announcements on the community page for the future of Look Who's Talking. But trust us, there are some big plans in place.
Great plans. Things in the pipeline.
Yeah, for example, I'm going to be
like what? What are these?
Oh yes, we're doing office references again. It's time to say goodbye one last time.
Yeah, this has been Look Who's Talking, Series 11.
Yeah, we'll see you.
Not Series 11 of Look Who's Talking.
Well, we can only hope.
On Series 11.
We can only hope.
Maybe.
One day
in 10 years we'll still be doing this. Christ, I hope not. It'll be cancelled by then. Don't forget to click below and subscribe to the official Full Fat Videos YouTube channel.